Observe the market, or indeed any significant life event, as it plunges into chaos. A firestorm of fear engulfs the collective consciousness, manifesting in a cascade of rapid, irrational decisions. The seasoned observer will note the physical tightening, the accelerated heart rates, the almost visible mental paralysis that grips the majority. This isn't merely an unfortunate emotional state, this is panic, the direct destroyer of capital and opportunity, transforming reasoned analysis into reckless capitulation. It compels individuals to sell at the very bottom, to abandon meticulously crafted plans, and to surrender their financial future to the whims of unbridled emotion. Panic, in essence, is the complete loss of mental control. It is the moment when raw emotion seizes absolute dominion over logic, over strategy, over every principle of sound judgment. The objective analysis that might have preceded a decision evaporates, replaced by a primal urge to escape perceived pain. This surrender to emotional impulse is the anti-tank missile for one's financial fortifications, blasting holes in portfolios and demolishing long-term prospects. Consider the terrifying allure of crowd psychology during such a maelstrom. Panic is profoundly contagious. An individual, otherwise rational, finds themselves swept up in the collective delirium, their own anxieties amplified by the frenetic actions of others. This mass hysteria reinforces itself, creating a downward spiral where each irrational act by one participant justifies a similar, equally irrational act by another, fueling the very destruction they desperately seek to avoid. The market, by its very nature, is a perpetual battleground, a relentless struggle between opposing forces of supply and demand. Price, therefore, is merely the temporary record of this ongoing conflict. Panics are not anomalies. They are an inherent, cyclical feature of this landscape, as predictable in their eventual appearance as the changing seasons. To operate under the illusion that panics are rare or unexpected is to fundamentally misunderstand the market's immutable character. While the precise trigger for a panic may be unforeseen, the inevitability of such periods of emotional tumult is not. They are a recurring pattern, always returning, always testing the mettle of those who dare to engage with capital. Therefore, the true preparation for maintaining calm during a panic begins long before the storm breaks. It starts with a profound psychological conditioning and a deep, unshakable understanding of the market's inherent nature. This isn't about being clairvoyant, it's about acknowledging the cyclical reality of fear and greed. Every serious market operator, every individual who seeks to navigate volatile times with unwavering composure, must possess a clear, predefined plan for crisis. This plan must be formulated in the calm of objective analysis, meticulously detailing every contingency, every action, every exit strategy. It must be a rigid framework, impervious to the emotional improvisations that prove so costly in the heat of the moment. The most crucial lesson, one that reverberates from the insights of the most successful market operators, is this: never panic. This isn't a mere suggestion. It is a profound recognition that panic is always an error, never a solution. It is the antithesis of intelligent action, an act of self-sabotage that must be rigorously expunged from one's repertoire of responses. The sole, impregnable shield against the chaos of panic is discipline. It is the unwavering capacity to adhere to your meticulously crafted rules, to execute your predefined plan, even when every fiber of your being, every raw emotion, screams for irrational deviation. Discipline is the silent, unwavering sentinel guarding your capital and your composure. During the maelstrom of a panic, the imperative is to completely disengage from emotion and focus exclusively on objective data. The frantic market noise, the sensational headlines, the irrational price swings, these are all designed to trigger emotional responses. A disciplined mind filters out this noise, concentrating solely on verifiable facts, on established support and resistance levels, and, most critically, on the predetermined stop-loss points that delineate acceptable risk. Often, the most strategic action during a panic is complete inaction. While the undisciplined masses frantically buy or sell on impulse, the calm operator understands the profound power of patience, of waiting for the storm to subside, allowing the irrationality to exhaust itself. Impulsive movements, driven by fear, inevitably lead to regret. True composure manifests in the ability to simply observe, to hold one's ground, until clarity returns. This ability to remain calm amidst the chaos is a direct consequence of intelligent capital management. An individual who never risks more than they can comfortably afford to lose, who meticulously adheres to strict position sizing rules, is an individual immune to the debilitating grip of panic. The fear of ruin is neutralized when one's exposure is always controlled and proportionate. Finally, cultivate the conscious discipline to ignore external noise. The incessant chatter from news channels, the frantic rumors circulating on social media, the panicked conversations of ill-informed associates, All of these serve only to amplify internal apprehension. A calm mind consciously filters out this detrimental input, maintaining an internal sanctuary of focus and objectivity, thereby denying external panic the fuel it needs to ignite internal fear. To remain truly calm, one must learn to establish a mental distance between oneself and the events triggering the panic. Observe the chaotic unfolding as if from a detached, elevated perspective, an impartial observer rather than a participant swept into the maelstrom. This separation allows for objective analysis, preventing emotional entanglement. During a panic, it is crucial to reorient your focus from the uncontrolled outcome to the controllable process of decision-making. The market's direction, the speed of its decline, these are beyond your immediate control. What remains within your power is your response, the disciplined execution of your plan, the adherence to your rules, the maintenance of your composure. This internal shift of focus is profoundly empowering. Leverage past experiences to fortify your mind. Consciously recall previous panics, either those you successfully navigated or those that proved to be mere blips in the long-term trend. This historical perspective strengthens your conviction that the current tumult, too, shall pass, reinforcing your confidence in your ability to endure and thrive. Cultivate absolute control over your internal dialogue. When panic-inducing thoughts begin to surface, actively replace them with rational, pre-prepared affirmations of calm and confidence. This internal self-talk, repeatedly affirmed, reprograms your subconscious to respond with composure rather than fear. Finally, understand that calmness during panic is not an innate talent bestowed upon a fortunate few. It is a meticulously cultivated habit. It develops through conscious, consistent effort, through repeated acts of discipline in the face of discomfort. Each time you choose composure over capitulation, you strengthen this vital mental muscle. For the disciplined, objective mind, a panic in the market, or indeed, in any sphere of life, is not a catastrophe. It is, paradoxically, the rarest and most lucrative opportunity. While the masses are gripped by irrational fear, shedding assets at any price, the calm operator sees the profound mispricing, the incredible value, and the unique chance to acquire assets at extraordinary discounts. This is the ultimate advantage, the ability to buy when others are gripped by fear, to acquire assets at prices that defy logic, is the direct parallel to selling when others are consumed by euphoria. Both actions demand complete mental control, a profound understanding of market psychology, and the unwavering discipline to act contrary to the prevailing emotional tide. By maintaining composure amidst the chaos, you secure a unique, unparalleled position. While the vast majority succumb to irrational impulses, you retain your faculties, acting with cold, calculated logic. This asymmetrical advantage ensures that you capitalize on the mistakes of the emotional masses, turning their fear into your profit, their despair into your opportunity. True mastery is not demonstrated during easy times, but in the crucible of profound chaos. The ability to remain perfectly calm, to think with crystalline clarity, and to execute with unwavering precision when others are losing their heads, is the highest manifestation of this mastery. It is the ultimate testament to an individual's psychological fortitude and their ultimate command over their own destiny.